Alright, there y'all, and welcome on back. Got the Lazy Sways back for the last three Colossi of the game.
How's it going?
And honestly, some of the best Colossi of the game. Especially the final one. That such a fucking cinematic fight. Skip. Shut up, Dorman. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Come on, aggro.
So, is there a reason why the horse is called aggro?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Just one of those main characters named Wander, horse named Aggro. Though I swear it sounds like the main character calls the horse Argo, putting the R
Oh,
before the G. But when you when we come into here, we can see that it's spelled Agro, not Argo.
gotcha. Okay. It could be a voice glitch or something.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, we are on the final stretch of the game, though. We've got. I need to actually turn you up a little.
Oh boy.
All right, there we go. We do. We've got just three to go. We've got
Oh boy.
doggo number two
Yeah.
and giant fucking bipedal boy number three. The
Okay.
another. Last time you joined in, I was talking about the one disappointing thing are all are the out of the 16 there are 5 reskins.
Yeah.
The penultimate one is a reskin for the third time in the game, which is a little
That's disappointing.
disappointing. But again, it's like I said, it'd be a lot more disappointing if it was just a full Reese texture of the boss,
Yeah.
but with the same mechanics. At least they actually gave the reskins their own unique mechanics.
Yeah.
So, like I said, willing to give them more, willing to at least not take away as many points, since they kept the reskins having their own unique fights, anyways.
Yeah. Man, this box so thick you can cut it with a butter knife.
I'll cut it with the knife I've got. Also,
Yeah.
something I pointed out last episode, but you weren't here for it. A touch I absolutely love is if you keep track of the sky above us, as we defeat the Colossi, it becomes more and more overcast. That is
Yeah.
a fantastic touch.
It's just a little attention to detail, you know?
See, that just kind of all goes back to that very important note of you don't necessarily need to have a rich, in-depth story. I'm on the wrong side of the wall. Actually, no, I think I'm on the right. No, I'm on the wrong side of the wall. You don't have to have a
No.
rich, in-depth story when you do visual storytelling right.
Yeah.
And this is fantastic visual storytelling of, hey, maybe killing these Colossus isn't such a smart idea.
No, we're fine. Don't worry about it.
Not just that, but also, yeah, I pointed it out briefly in the normal mode playthrough. Let's hop off of our aggro here and actually get a good look at Wander. Let's also take off the items so we can really look at him. He is not looking too hot. That is
He's,
paler than I am.
yeah.
more good visual storytelling of, hey, maybe what you're doing isn't the smart move.
Well, I mean, if the black stuff doing whatever it does to you after you kill each one wasn't a clue, you know,
Yeah.
can't help you much.
But yeah, that's it. All just kind of goes back to visual storytelling just being equally as important as the actual in-game story itself.
Yeah.
And there's that old adage of a picture's worth 1,000 words. Looking around gives you a lot of information if the visual storytelling was done right.
Exactly. Yeah. So, besides this game, what what game would you say does visual storytelling really really well?
I know I'm dating myself here, but I make no secrets whatsoever that this is one of my favorite games in existence. Hexen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hexen, it's pseudo expansion, the Death Knights of the Dark Citadel, I think is what it is. It's either Death Kings
Uh-huh.
or Death Knights, I can never remember. Both of those, you've got the text scroll in between each hub world, expelling out the story thus far and all that, but the visuals of each level really speaks for itself as well. You get to the dungeon, you see just swaths of half dismembered bodies just hanging there. Very clearly indicating that psychopathic shit went down.
Yeah.
They really did it good in the expansion pack, as Ravensoft for the expansion pulled out all the stops when it came to the level designs. So I would honestly say that one does even better than Shadow of the Colossus in terms of visual storytelling. Alan Wake 2 actually wasn't bad on the visual storytelling part. And for that matter, actually, a lot of Remedy's games, whether it be Alan Wake 1, Control, Quantum Leap, any of those, Remedy is real good at that visual story.
For me, I would have to say Mass Effect 2 had
Oh,
really
yeah.
good and I'm not sure if you played it because I know it's not your cup of tea, but Baldur's Gate 3 as well had always has really really good visual storytelling.
Baldur's Gate 3 I haven't played. I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, tried playing it again, and it just felt weird.
Yeah, no, I
Oh, okay
it's
then.
not it's not everyone's cup of tea.
I,
Rage,
I, I fucking swear I don't try finding this shit.
Rage, every time. I I can't take you anywhere.
And the funny thing is, I know for a fact that is a mirror mode exclusive glitch that I actually completely forgot about. Yeah, for some reason, when mirroring this, that incline isn't properly aligned, so you just kind of fall.
Of course you do.
Alright, puppy. Let's do this. Oh, wrong button. Ah, shit. So that's what happens if you fail to hold the stamina button when he crashes into the tower. You literally get flung off. Whee! I'm on the wrong side. Well, we'll just drop. Hey, bud. Huh. Didn't even know you could grab there.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of a funny thing. If you are good enough at the mechanics of this game, from this point all the way over to the end, if you're good enough at the jumping and the jumping mechanics of this game, you do not have to knock down any more pillars from this point on. You can make it from this pillar to the next with the Cloak of Desperation, from that pillar to the next, that pillar down all the way to where you need to go. If you're, it's just barely makeable.
Oh wow.
A trick I'm not too good at doing, mostly because I don't. This is one of the. It's definitely worth playing through both normal and hard mode in succession. But afterwards and getting the time trials, it's there's other games that I'd. It's a once in a blue moon sort of game. So I don't get too much practice with the with that particular trick.
Yeah. And down she goes.
Apparently so. Fucking Wander doing a backflip there.
I know, right? Oh boy.
There you go. I knew you could find your way. For some reason, this section right here for the remake, or for the HD version of this, the Colossus is pathfinding in this area sometimes just bugs out.
Yeah.
Specifically on that transition over to this pillar. I'm not quite sure what causes it. I think it has something to do with you going too fast, but I'm not entirely sure. You can also get kind of confused there as well, but looks like good. Oh, there's, for those watching, I think the episodes are just getting uploaded, but for those watching the Shadow Man playthrough that I did, I don't know how true the rumors are, but, oh damn, I got knocked far.
Yikes.
Anyways, I don't know how... Rude! Okay, now you're just being a dick. Anyways, I don't know how true the rumors are, but I heard a rumor a little while back that supposedly Night Dive is looking at trying to get the license to put out a remaster of the second Shadow Man game, The Second Coming, which I sincerely hope is true because, honest to God, even though it was a janky PS1 game, I actually genuinely enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, that, and I want to see what they can do with it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Charge!
Oh, no.
Plus, I do always appreciate the story of Michael Lua, one of my more favorite Shadow Men. That being said, I am absolutely hyped for the I forget what the name of the company is, but there's a company that's looking at putting out an all-new Shadow Man game, and it's supposed to cover the story of one of the earlier Shadow Men, I think, dealing with the second coming of a old villain. So, going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, you can stab the damn thing already. I'm trying to do the plunge attack, but with the awkward angles, it's just not working. So we'll just put him to sleep.
Another one down.
Yep, 2 to go. And even though I normally have a 30-minute limit with how close we are to the final boss and the end credits, I am going to risk it for the biscuit and just extend out until we're done.
You start
Thumbs,
to feel bad. Let me know.
yep, thumbs doing just fine for the time being, so should be good.
Now, there is one game that that I agree does like really amazing visual storytelling as well. Um, I've just never been able to go ahead and sit down and play it enough for it to go ahead and like really
Sink in.
yeah. Because I mean, I like the game. I hate how it controls, and that's Bioshock.
Oh yeah, BioShock is masterclass of visual
Yes,
storytelling.
yes. It does it so very well.
BioShock,
But
BioShock 2, technically BioShock Infinite. I'm just not a fan of the game in general.
yeah, yeah, same here.
I really
No, but
love BioShock and BioShock 2. In fact, I'm one of the few Nutter Butters that went out of their way to do a Balls of Steel run, which is hardest difficulty, no respawning. If you die,
hmm
you go back to your previous save point. I think it was Balls of Steel, the name of the achievement. But yeah, just
I
it's a masterclass of visual
yes,
storytelling.
yeah. It it's so good. You have to play that game at least once or twice to go ahead and see everything.
Oh yeah, and honestly, they're kind of like the movie Memento. I don't know if you've seen
Yes,
that movie,
yes.
or any of y'all have seen that movie, but the movie Memento, I will fully disclose right now, is not for everybody. You
No,
are
it's not.
not going to be able to follow the story whatsoever on your first, second, most likely even third viewing. It is a confusing mess that takes it took me watching it like 7 times to really be able to piece together the timeline because
Yeah,
the movie
it took me a bit
Memento,
longer.
yeah, the movie Memento follows the story of a man whose memory resets every single day after he falls asleep,
hmm
and he's trying to piece together his life from the last memory he had was his wife being brutally murdered. So he's out trying
Yes.
to find the murderer of his wife. And because it's an unreliable narrator with an even more unreliable memory, being that it resets every day, the timeline over the movie just jumps everywhere. It is I'm going the wrong
There,
way.
there,
Very confusing.
there. I believe there's some spots that are jumps within jumps.
There were, yeah.
Yeah, it's you, you, you have to go ahead and really pay attention. I think you and I have talked at length about that movie at least once,
Oh, yeah, we
and
have. Comparing
yeah,
notes.
yeah, because I mean, oh God, that that was a 2 or 3 hour conversation about just holy crap.
And I mean, speaking of visual storytelling, Memento is also a masterclass example of visual storytelling. A
Oh yeah, it
lot
is.
of the fine details are completely lost if you're not paying attention to everything else other than the main character.
Yeah, I mean, you know those movies where you have to go ahead and watch every snippet of the movie for that one thing in the top corner. Yes, you
It,
have to watch. Well,
yeah, it is
yeah,
absolutely one of those kinds of movies.
yeah,
Which is
but I mean,
specifically why what that plus, like we said, it's going to take you several times watching it to really understand what the fuck's going on. It's definitely not a movie that everybody's going to be able to enjoy.
but at the same time, once you understand it and what you know is going on, uh, once you know what's going on, it's a very satisfying movie to go ahead and watch. Once you understand the entire thing,
Yeah.
I think I go ahead and watch that movie at least like once every couple of years to go ahead and just refresh myself on it. Because I mean, I don't have the absolute best memory, but going ahead and watching like older movies like that, and then going ahead and being able to go ahead and in a way experience them all over again, it is is really fun for me also.
Oh, I get it. That's actually there are some games in my library that I treat with the same respect. I will play through them all the way once and then put it down for several years.
Yeah,
That way, the next time I play it, it's basically like playing it for the first time.
yeah.
Alright, you gorilla motherfucker. Let's do this. Okay, I'm at the right spot. Hey, big boy.
For me, I think one of those games for me would have to be.
Get up, Wander. Come on, dude. You dick.
Ah, shoot.
Hey, blasting girl. Don't be a dick. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can do the make him drop his fucking sword trick. Because I gotta get him to drop it eventually anyway.
Yeah.
Ah, just a little too far off.
You got it.
Get it! Damn it! Let's lure him this way. Come on. Ah, damn, you turned. Okay, you know what? I can get it while I'm up there, so let's just
Yeah.
stop faffing about and get it, progress the fight.
Yeah.
By the way, this guy has 3 spots now instead of 2. One on his head, one on his chest where I actually just shot.
Yeah.
And when using things like the blasting arrow or the Spear of Lightning, I think, Spear of Thunder, or something like that. You can deal a lot of damage, but you can never fully break the sigil with it. So you
Yeah,
can get it
gotcha.
ready to be destroyed, but that's as far as it's gonna go.
Gotcha.
You just had to fucking move. Get it? Stop moving your damn arm. Fuck it. Alright. He's already turned around, so he's gonna break the bridge. Ow, my wrist. So at this point, time to just do the fight normally. Being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Kapla, motherfucker!
Kapla!
Give me that head.
Give me that nod.
So there is a bit of a funny thing with this particular Colossus. If you manage to fight him just right, you can defeat him all the way over there near the cliff edge and get him just close enough to where when he falls, you'll be right next to the cliff edge and you can jump off as the tendrils get you. And at least in the original game, it would kind of really make the game freak out. It was hilarious. Because the game doesn't know what to do when you get spiked by the tendrils while you're falling into a death plane.
That is strange. Like,
Nice try.
you tried, and you did not win.
Whee! Need you to drop your fucking sword.
Oof.
You could have just dropped it earlier, but no, you just had to make me fucking stab your elbow. And trust me, I understand the pain of having an injured elbow. I have broken it once already. Sprained the fuck out of it recently. Just remember, this is the fate you chose, asshole.
Yep, it is.
Now, try to swat me like a fly. Hey, I said try to swat me like a fly, not approach menacingly. Ah, you dick. Getting onto that hand is a little tricky. That's why I like to try and drop down from the elbow. Got it! Just barely.
Let's do it.
And go the fuck to sleep. Samuel L. Jackson's favorite bedtime story. But yeah, good enough to finish this out. But yeah, if you do it just, like I was saying, if you do it just right, you know, lure him all the way over to the other edge, wait for him to turn around, then land a final blow on his hand, you'll be just close enough to the cliff's edge to just yeet yourself over. I did actually try that in the HD remake here, while replaying the time trials. And they did fix that. If you're too close to the edge, they automatically just spawn the cutscene for the Colossi automatically just shunts itself halfway into the arena.
That's funny.
So they knew people like me were gonna be pulling shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty well-known glitch, so I can understand why they patched it.
Yeah. I think the game I most like to go ahead and return to after years and years and years is Neverwinter Nights. Honestly,
Oh,
um,
that yeah, I remember not making it too much further than past the first act,
hmm
but it was still fun.
well, because I mean, it I for me, I didn't really go ahead and actually beat the game until like years and years later. I used to spend hours and days and weeks in their level creator making uh intricate stories and writing quest dialogue and uh that that was honestly like my first experience doing anything like that, and I just really sort of took to it. And I mean, more than anything else, that was just like really cool to me.
Oh, I bet. I tell you what, though, one game I really want to return to, and I've already seen the petition to have it added to GOG.
Yeah.
The Alien vs Predator 2
Oh.
game, preferably the Gold Edition,
Yeah.
because I remember playing the ever loving fuck out of that game, both
Oh yeah.
multiplayer and single player.
Yeah.
But
I've seen you play it. Yeah.
but you can't play it anymore. It's not available on Steam or anything like that because there's some weirdness going on with the licensing of it to where
Yes.
it can't be sold anywhere.
Yeah.
But that and American McGee's Alice are two games I really want to play again
Oh yeah.
legally. Because that is the important part. I could play it again at any time if I want to go to just places like My Abandonware or whatever. But I
Oh
want to
yeah.
play it again legally.
Oh, I think the other game that I like returning to, but it makes me super sad to go ahead and do, and you probably have a few games like this, Rage.
Probably.
Um, I it's a really old. Well, I wouldn't say even really old. It's it's a decently old MMO called uh, The Secret World. It was managed by God. It's people who are making the new Dune uh, game, but they they have done every game they have managed extremely dirty. Um, and and because I mean, for those that don't know, the Secret World was a game you could still play it. But I think as of recording this video, I think it gets on average about 5 players at its peak now. But it's a really good game in terms of just visual storytelling, um, and investigating the world, and having just a off the wall bonkers story to it. Because the whole premise of it is that um, Bigfoot's real, uh, Cthulhu's real, uh, the Jack Skeleton's real, everything's real. Every urban legend you've ever heard is real, and you are part of one of three secret societies. The Templars, the Illuminati, or the Dragons. and each one of those have different philosophies of how to go ahead and deal with those situations.
And so the final door opens. Let's go have the
Yup.
sad moment with the horse and
Oh
stab a
yeah.
god.
Let's do it.
Since there has been a pretty decent concerted effort from game companies bringing back old retro titles
Yeah.
again, one thing, there's a few titles that I'm really hoping sees light of day from like the really old generation. So you're looking at like Super Nintendo here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've played it, but there was a Super Nintendo game for the Bonkers, the Bobcat.
Yeah. I did play it.
Yeah, really hope that gets added in. Loved that game. See ya, aggro.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, welcome to the point of no return.
Yep. But Bonkers, that's one of them. They did just recently, not too long ago, Nintendo put up for their virtual. You have to pay for the subscription to be able to play it. I hate those. But Super Mario RPG, the original Super Nintendo of it.
Oh, you know what I want to see. I I don't know if you played it, but I think starting out, it was a Abandonware, but it was a game called Bad Toys.
It sounds
It
familiar.
it was a reskin of 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 the old Doom game, but instead of like uh Doom enemies, you would be going ahead and fighting against toys. It it was really kind of just goofy, honestly.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
But yeah, no, I I'm really hoping that and I don't know if you're okay with me talking about it, but with all the stuff going on with the stop killing games thing, um, having gotten as many signatures as it's gotten, I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more older games.
Oh, I will absolutely admit, normally I liked Thor's content. I did. Normally I
Yeah,
do. But he is so far in the wrong on denouncing. Like,
yeah,
he has his
yeah,
points of, yes, the petition was vaguely worded, but that's the point. It's a petition to get
it
things going. The finer
yes,
details can be worked out later. And thanks to Thor's denouncing of just the petition itself, it almost completely flopped. And I'm not okay with that because we need this sort of thing. Because these old
yes,
games, people are getting straight out sued into oblivion for having the audacity to put up a ROM of a game that's over 20 years, no, over 40 years old. Like, actually, let
yeah,
that sink in. The original Nintendo games are over 40 years old now, in some
and
cases.
the fact that they don't even own the actual copyright for it, and they can still be sued is just sort of stupid.
And just that argument that they always give of, well, it's cutting into perspective profit margins. What perspective profit margins, Nintendo? You are actively choosing to not re-release these games despite tons of public outcry for you to do just that.
Yeah,
Instead,
very
you're
much so.
suing the people that are trying to keep the memory of these games alive. So
Very
yeah,
much so.
we absolutely need Stop Killing Video Games to do its thing. Again, I can't disagree with Thor's point of yes, it's vaguely worded, but what petition isn't?
Yeah, I mean, a petition is just that. It's a way to go ahead and get the conversation started, and do it in such a way that one, there's enough backing because of the laws in the UK. They have gotten a massive amount of signatures, even with uh,
Thor's interference.
no, 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 no. Even with going ahead and discounting the fact that there's likely signatures that are going to have to go ahead and discount it because
Oh yeah, the kill switch on the signatures because of the bot sigs.
yeah, and people who went ahead and signed it who are not UK citizens.
Yeah.
But they have made a really, really impressive sort of showing. I just hope it means something.
You and me both, because that'll be a fantastic step forward to getting things back on track for consumers' rights.
Yes.
Because I don't know when it fucking happened, but clearly it did. Game companies at some point completely stopped forgetting who the fuck is paying their bills.
Yes.
If it weren't for us gamers, you wouldn't have a company to begin with, or in the case of Nintendo, your company wouldn't be as large as it is right now. Because yeah, Nintendo did exist before their video games and whatnot, but it wasn't until after they brought out video games that they got really as big as they did. Same goes with Sony. They were in the electronics game and eventually branched out into video games. And at some point, they just stopped getting a shit about their consumers. And again, we're the ones that's paying your bills. If we just stop buying video games like they seem to be intending us to want to do, they're going out of business. I mean, I outright refuse to buy the Switch 2 as it is right now. Then again, I'm probably not going to buy the Switch 2 anyways, because my Switch is still perfectly good to play on. But, I outright refuse to buy the Switch 2 because it is way past insane that, legally speaking, Nintendo is allowed to just outright say, no, as a matter of fact, even though you spent $500 on this hunk of plastic and metal, you do not, as a matter of fact, own this hunk of plastic and metal. Go fuck yourself, your system's now bricked. For having the audacity to, no, it hasn't happened yet, but because of how vaguely worded that clause is, I am just waiting for the first.
It actually has happened. Someone went ahead and named their Switch something a little risque.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something that I personally think is even worse. And like I said, I know it hasn't happened yet, but I'm just waiting for it to happen. Someone's Switch getting bricked because they're using an off-brand controller. with how
Oh yeah.
vaguely worded that clause is, there's nothing stopping Nintendo from doing that because it's technically modifying their system in a way they do
Yes.
not approve of.
Yeah.
And that is not okay. Not
No,
just
it's
that,
not.
but something that's not very widely known, but with the exception of AAA games and only a selection of AAA games, the physical cartridges do not have the game on it.
Nope.
The physical cartridges only have a virtual console key in it.
And in a lot of cases, the physical cartridge just has the DRM on it.
Yeah. And that's not like the $80-$90 games. That's a whole other topic. I'm not
Yeah,
for or
no.
against it because things do have to eventually go up. Personally, I would have said increase it to $70 instead of jumping up 20 whole fucking bucks. But
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there. That's a whole other topic, completely separate from Nintendo because it was going to happen eventually. But what Nintendo's doing specifically with the Switch 2 is just not so far out of the realm of okay that it's inane that it's even being allowed.
yeah. No. Just a lot of the Switch 2 stuff has just gotten like what in the heck is going on in 2025? Just why? But yeah, that's yeah.
But after all that digressing, we do now find ourselves, of course, once again at the end of Shadow of the Colossus. We're not going to run it down through the credits again because, we've already seen the credits. Nothing changes for the hard mode. So, thank y'all very much for joining us. I'll probably see... For y'all, it's going to be tomorrow. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, technically tomorrow. But for me, it's probably going to be at least a month. Because, yeah, I am not doing that hard mode time trial with my
Yeah,
hand
please
being
don't.
how it is. Like,
Yeah.
this just went over about 17 minutes past the limit that the doctor gave me, and it's probably fine as long as I don't do it too often. An hour 30 minutes, on the other hand, is probably a big no-no.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So for y'all,
Do
it's going
not
to
do
be
that.
tomorrow. For me, it's going to be in a couple months.
But yeah.
Possibly with Lazy if he wants to sit in and watch, but I'm going to have low commentary with how many times I'm going to potentially have to reset certain
Yeah.
fights.
I may just want to let you do that on your own, so that you don't go ahead and have me go ahead and trying to ask you about stuff, and you being like, Lazy, shut up.
Which, speaking of the time trial stuff, as a quick note, I've got a little toggle here for my normal mode time trial
Oh, no.
records here that I've got ready to go, so we can compare, what the difference was between between the normal and hard mode time trials, how many attempts each took. Which, again, I was pleasantly surprised. It
Yeah.
only took 2 attempts more than 1 attempt each to get through all 16 Colossus. I first tried all of them, but the third one, mostly because I accidentally jumped off the edge and killed myself, and the last one because, well, it was just being a bit of a pain in the ass. But aside from that, first try for the rest of them. We'll see how that shakes out with hard mode, though. Y'all saw how long that fucking turtle decided to actually move to where I needed him to be, and how many times it took me resetting position to get Grandpa to fucking reveal his eyes long enough for me to get a shot off.
Yeah.
Not to mention number 4, yes, I've gotten lucky thus far, but when I go into the time trial, who's to say if he's actually going to fucking cooperate?
Very true.
Either way, we'll see y'all next time for hard mode mirrored. Time trials. Just
Go
note,
on.
the time trials for Mirrored are exactly the same. You get the same rewards, just it's flipped in the battle. Cheers, y'all.